Okay, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel today. I'm Calvin and today we're about to our philosophy topic. So our topic today is just a topic that we keep going to talk on the topic about who set the laws. So in our last topic we only talked about who should set the laws, and our the result of that topic is the government. But in that topic we still have one more problem that didn't figure out, that why should we go into obey the government. So as you guys can see, the government is a leader of a country and they made almost every law in that country. So when they make law, maybe some of you guys will think, why should we obey the law and why should we do not obey it? So that means we are going to have a lot of argument about should we going to obey the law or not. Of course, the part of society is a lot of different types of people, so they will not have one argument for everybody. But still, today I will give you two answers about why we shouldn't obey the law and why we should obey the law. So, the first thing we should come to why we shouldn't go into obey the law. So in these first things, we have a group of people named the anarchists. They are people who didn't going to believe in laws, and they believe that maybe a country or a nation could work better if there are no leaders and everyone work equally with each other. So some argument of them saying that no, a leader making it become inequality. It make the society becomes too complicated, and also that law is coming from one side just for the government. So if we just let the government take the case, we will not go into have our true freedom. So why don't we just let them being as us, as a friend, and working as a group with no leaders? We have a lot of friend groups, and that group work like that too. So why we don't use this on a bigger scale? So as you guys can see, indeed, in the society, there are some groups that you call friends, and those groups didn't need a leader, but you guys still work and make sense with each other. Still, in these examples, we could see that that's just work for people who we truly believe and also that we get along with. But what if we just do it with the people who we didn't trust or we didn't get along enough to know about their personality or know about their mind? So that's not a good way that we use to become a group or a perfect, or you can say a safe and peaceful society, right? The second type of the argument is that yes, we should obey the law. So this type of argument have more volunteer than the type that we didn't go into obey the law. So why? So in this case, we are just explaining it simple. So a way you are going to volunteer the government and going to vote for the government just because you know that they will make the laws that keep you safe. Depend on how the president saying about the way that the government work, you will choose to going to vote for them or going to change the president or change the government. So that means when you guys going to make a vote for the president, or you could say vote for a leader of a nation, you guys then agree to go into the laws of that nation to in order to keep you guys safe. So there is still some little argument in these examples. There is some people who was born in that nation and they could argue that no, I was already born in this nation, but I still didn't remember I have accept to live or accept that things to happen. So as you guys can see, if you guys born in a place and everything happened in that place, you guys didn't have anything that thinking bad about it, or you guys didn't try to stop it. So that seems as an agreement. But there is some more people thinking that yeah, maybe I could agree to make the law, but then I cannot refuse. If I refuse to obey the law, then I will go into be blocked in jail. So we could see that in that case, that means we maybe sometimes want to refuse the laws, it just in case. So we would, as the explanation, they say that we would agree to the law if we are the person who want for us or ourselves to be safe in that society, and also how to go to live, or you could say that we want to survive in a society, so we have to accept the laws, or we would agree to keep some like minimum, yeah, minimum safety for ourselves first. So there are one last argument coming after this list, that yeah, maybe I was agreed in the past, but now the thing is important that whether I want to agree it anymore or not. So you guys can see, when we come to this place, it have a very complicated meaning. Why? Because yes, you guys already agreed to live in a society that have the law, but then you guys want to refuse it, or maybe you guys just thinking it's important that I can choose that I could refuse this or not. So we could see that there is just asking, there is no explanation for this argument, but there is just one asking that yeah, maybe you could refuse your safety and then live wildly in the forest, or just going to live out of human society. But if you want to live in society, so why don't you agree? So you guys can see it's hard to defend that whether we should go into obey the laws or not. Some of people going to be proud that they can live and they can organize their organization with no leaders, and also they work equally. But still, almost everybody in this world want to have, or at least a minimum safety, or at least some safety in the society, or just let the police take them safe. So when they want to have the safety, or they want to be safe, so they will go in to agree with the laws. And also there is something that we know we shouldn't do or we cannot do, so that those things are still in the laws. And when we want to live better or have a better life with other people that we didn't get along with, or just the people who is our friends, but there is something maybe affect them if we're going to behave too much freely, which means that we didn't care about the laws at all, so they will have a lot of chaos in the society. So people who want to have a peaceful and also a good society will immediately go into agree with a society that have the laws. We didn't talk that there is what laws, which means that what is the law is, but still a society that need to be like, there is good, there is peaceful, and they have some exactly laws that prevent people from harming each other or make that society broke down, right? Okay, so that's all I want to say with you guys today. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys on my next video. And now it's time for us to say goodbye then. See ya.